So you wanted more high-paying, no-phone remote jobs, and your fairy job mother has 5 companies hiring nationwide for remote positions. Training is provided, so let's hop right in because these will not last long. So a bunch of you got super excited when I showed you this DoorDash opportunity. Now, this was a customer experience role, and it was paying, can you believe, up to $110,000 per year. And that's not even including the bonuses and the stock that you get in the company. Now, a lot of you currently already do customer experience. You work in some form of customer support. Wouldn't it be nice to get this pay range for this particular role, or any role for that matter? And on top of that, you get flexible time off. And there's even things like 16 weeks of paid parental leave for those of you that are expanding your family or thinking about it. So make sure you're looking for opportunities like this because we've already done the resume for you. So there's no reason why you should not be submitting an application to this particular position. And for the people that actually listen to me, I got to do shout outs because you guys actually listen to what I say and you apply for these jobs and you get them. So Miss Monica's one of my favorites because she has actually gotten more than one opportunity. I think this may be her second or third opportunity from PayBump. So she said, "Hi, Jazzy. I applied for a job with Verizon's corporate office as a coordinator, and I'm happy to report that I was offered the job." She said, "I was very nervous before my interview, so I watched your interview tips video to help me prepare, and I went through 3 rounds of interviews." And she said she asked them the infamous magic wand question, and they loved it. She said, "I've been a follower of you since the beginning. Thanks for all you do, and may God continue to bless you." Y'all, let's give it up for Miss Monica. Clap for her because she's just amazing. This isn't her first opportunity that she's landed through this channel. So congratulations to you. And then Miss Toya said, "I overheard you one night on somebody else's YouTube page. I applied for Williams-Sonoma and I got the job. I wanted to thank you for the heads up about the position because I got the opportunity to work for them." So congratulations to you, Miss Toya. A lot of PayBump members have actually started at Williams-Sonoma. So hopefully you get to say hello to them. I love it when a community of you are like already at the same company. It just makes your transitions that much funner. And then the wonderful Miss Nikki, I shouted her out recently because she said that she landed a $110,000 role, you guys. And of course, I was ecstatic. I wanted to know more. And she actually reported that her start date is 7/28. So happy first day of work. And she said this is going to be for a client account manager role with a base salary of $110,000. And she said it really is true when you cheer for other people, good things come your way. So you guys, please give these people a round of applause. Tell them congratulations and make sure you say, "I'm next." This is what happens when you cheer for other people and when you declare that you are next. The universe brings the opportunity right into your lap. So congratulations to all of you people. So now hopping back into our work from home opportunities, a lot of you have said, "Jazzy, I used to work in some form of real estate, or I used to be a property manager or a leasing manager for an apartment complex. What can I do?" Well, I am so glad that you asked because the credit risk associate position is open for a company called Ramp. Okay. Ramp is a financial operations platform. Okay. So with this position, it says you're basically going to do things related to underwriting and credit limit increase programs. So this would be you determining if someone has been in good standing, whether or not you increase their credit line. So some of you already have this sort of experience because you've worked in things like reimbursements and billing payment systems. You've arranged payments for customers, you set up those payments for them. And so this is another opportunity to put that knowledge to use and get paid really, really good for it. I do want to point out that they do offer you training with this position. You're not just going to come in here on day one and start working. There is onboarding and orientation that is offered for this position. But let's get into what it pays because it says for New York or San Francisco, it starts at 120 and goes to 165. Even if you don't live in those regions, this is still a 6-figure position for you to do things related to bill payment and increasing credit limits. A lot of you have worked at Discover. You've worked for American Express, you've worked in customer support, you've already done all of the things that these people are asking you to do. And this is a 6-figure job. It starts at 6 figures. Y'all, please do me a quick favor. Go ahead and hit that like button if this is the type of salary that you're looking for. Blow up the like button so I know that this is what you all are looking for. Okay. These 6-figure salaries, I can find them quite easily for you if you let me know this is what you're looking for. So hit that like button if you enjoy those types of salaries. So if you don't have a resume, please go to paybump.com, sign up for either of the memberships so you can get the ready-made resume template that we've done. We've added all the keywords that you need to be successful in this particular role. And no, you don't have to live in New York or San Francisco. This can be remote throughout the United States or Canada. So there is nothing stopping you guys at all. You need to apply for this ASAP. Now, the next opportunity we have is going to be for a billing operations analyst. Okay. Now, this is going to be for a company called Postscript. They are kind of like a marketing platform. They specialize in doing SMS marketing. No, you don't need to have marketing experience because this is a billing operations position. Now, with this particular company, it says you're going to work within the billing process. So you may respond to requests that are in the billing queue, whether that's resolving customer issues. It could be answering customer questions. They might have questions about payment plans. They might have questions around how to set up billing. This is also something that may involve you doing a little bit of the collections process, right? Or investigating billing discrepancies or disputes that may arise. Maybe someone has disputed a payment and now you've got to investigate that with the internal team. So a lot of you have already worked in some form of accounting, whether it's you worked at a collection agency or you worked at a call center where you were responsible for assisting people with billing related matters. Okay. A lot of you have taken billing and taken payments over the phone. You know this already, but what you didn't know is how much it paid, because it's paying 88 to 102K. That's just the base. Okay. That doesn't include the equity that you get in the company, which is additional. So many of you would automatically come in being eligible for a 6-figure salary plus the equity plus bonus, right? So this is just an amazing opportunity for those of you that have billing support experience, even if it's just help desk or IT support, sales, all of that is relevant experience. Okay. So make sure you're applying for this. Again, we've already created the resumes for you. And this is with the company called Postscript. Okay. Now, our next opportunity for those of you that want to take it a little bit slower and just get your feet wet is going to be for Game Time, for a fan happiness associate. Doesn't that sound like an awesome job? The fan happiness associate is going to interact with customers through voice, chat, SMS, or email. I would ask the recruiter which is going to be the primary channel of communication. I do want to point out that they have a 7-day-a-week sort of schedule. And so that goes between 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. PST. Okay, so that's more like a 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. So a lot of flexibility in those hours there. Again, customer service sort of experience is what they're looking for. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, but you've got equivalent experience, that is what they're looking for. Okay. 2 years of experience in a contact center is all you need. That is literally it. So what I love about this position is they will train you. If you don't have a whole lot of experience, there is a training period that you go through. And in addition to that, you get your PTO, your 401k, and some pretty good benefits. And again, this is going to be better for those of you that are just getting back into the industry. You want to kind of take it slow, that sort of thing. Make sure you are applying for this. And this is with Game Time. Now, A couple of other opportunities that I wanted to show you. These opportunities are going to be with growth therapy. I've had a bunch of people say, Jazzy, I work in the medical field. What can I do from a remote position if I have medical experience as a nurse, a patient care technician, a medical assistant? Well, when you look at certain types of remote positions, they're not always going to say medical in the title. Sometimes they might say things like provider enrollment specialist. Okay. This is essentially a person that is going to make sure providers have the right credentials, all right, to conduct different matters within. This could be getting them set up as a provider if they're enrolling in growth therapy as a therapist or some other type of medical role. You would want to onboard them onto the platform, right? Or you may be doing things related to submitting things for the payers if you're having to pay out whatever is owed to the therapist. So a lot of you have already done some form of this. Even if you haven't, again, there is training that is provided in these jobs, especially if you've done anything medical at all, or if you've done any type of billing, any type of insurance careers. That is going to be relevant experience. And the good thing is that it pays right at $70K up to $77K starting out. Now, for those of you that have communicated with payers directly, those of you that have done any type of escalating, again, help desk, billing support, all of that stuff. If you've worked in insurance, this is a really good role that you should apply for, that we've done the resumes for as well. And another position with growth therapy is the authorization specialist. You guys may know what that is, but they submit prior authorization requests to insurance payers. Okay, so their job is to make sure that people are getting the requests so that everybody can get paid, whether that's the insurance company or it's the medical office. We just want to make sure everybody's clearing out those balances, right? So you might regularly track or update the status of a submitted authorization to make sure that things are getting approved prior to the procedure or prior to the exam, whatever the situation may be. So again, this is working in claims. So those of you that have had insurance jobs, or even if you haven't worked in insurance, but you've got some medical background where you've had to submit things, this is absolutely something you should be applying for as well. Pretty good benefits. I like that they have the flexible working hours as well as flexible time off for those of you that kind of need a unique schedule. So this position is going to pay a little bit less than the previous one. It's around $52,000 per year in addition to any bonuses that you might get. But again, this is depending on your experience and your qualifications and your working position. So this is with growth therapy. And again, all of these people that are getting these jobs, like the wonderful Miss Nikki and Miss Toya and Miss Monica, those of you that are listening to the interview tips that I've been giving you, that are watching those videos, I am so proud of you. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you feel like after you watch those interview videos that just isn't enough and you need some extra support from my career coaches, please join us. Make sure you sign up for the pro plan so that you can get access to the private community so that you can ask me questions or you can ask our career coaches. You can connect with other people that are also in the job market and have landed jobs. So that's a great place for you to get feedback from people that have actually landed these jobs. So make sure you are doing that. And as I always say, if you stay ready, you never ever have to get ready. Oh,